If this stat doesn't get you excited and motivated to create holiday offers this season to make some serious coin online, I don't know what to do with you. Last year's final numbers in retail sales online were 5.4% higher than in the year prior, and it reached $936 billion just in this season. And this year is expected to grow tremendously and be a record breaking year. My point is, I am making it literally impossible for you to not be able to get a micro slice of this $1 trillion pie this season by listening to this episode as long as you implement what I'm saying to do. I've done this over and over and over again in multiple businesses. I have coached over 150,000 people worldwide in over 71 different industries. I work behind the scenes for multi-billion dollar brands and help people starting from zero. This shiz works. Take notes. Share this episode with someone else who wants to get that coin and is like, what do I need to do to set my holidays offers up for them to be a success? Whether it's a product based business, a service based business, it doesn't matter. This shiz works. We're doing this thing. It's time for you to be your own Santa and get that bag of cash, baby. What up, my people, my posse, my fellow crazies? It's your host, Tiffany Carter, and this is the show that is going to help you grow your business, your bank account, that big, beautiful brain of yours, your relationships, your abundance, and everything in between. We need to start right now, immediately planning what you are putting out there for the holidays. So don't wait until a week before. Don't wait until December 1st. We need to be starting this planning period now and executing on it. And it gets to be easy and it gets to be fun. Do not make this bigger and harder than it needs to be. You do not have to have 5,000 steps, a 16-part funnel, put thousands and thousands of dollars in ads in order to make more than you've ever made this holiday season. Those are lies that your brain is telling you to keep you paralyzed and keep you stuck and prevent you from putting yourself out there. The thing that will cost you the most money in this season is procrastinating on doing it and really building up some crazy story that it's not possible for you, or you don't have a big enough audience to sell to, or you don't have a cool enough thing that you're selling, or buy into some economy bullshit, or that how saturated your market is, or everyone's doing a Black Friday sale. So why should I do a Black Friday sale? Or I live in Australia. I live in Dubai. I live in France. I live in Argentina. Why would I be doing a holiday that seems like it's an Americanized holiday, right? Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. And then there's Cyber Monday, which I'm sure was also created by the American society because that's just what we do over here. Okay. But I still want you to get a piece of that pie. If you have an online business and you have clients that live in all different countries all over the world, why would you not be leveraging what has already been beautifully paved before you in gold bricks by the capitalist, money hungry motherfuckers of America? Why not go into that? You know, I was having a conversation with someone when I was parading Sir Chubbs around. He was Senor Chubbs for Halloween. And people were saying, God, look at all the money that's made for Halloween. You know, all the bars were flowing. People were selling pumpkin brew and pumpkin spice teenies. And then they had restaurants had special deals on, you know, pumpkin shaped pizzas. And then all the money people are spending on decorations and costumes and parties. And they're like, oh, it's, you know, it's so commercial. It's commercialism at best. It's like, well, A, you're participating in it. B, yeah, you can complain about it, be grossed out about it all you want, but there's a lot of money to be made and it's not going anywhere. So why not use this to your advantage in your business? Because that's when people are buying. That's what people are engaged with. That's what people are looking at. And so you need to jump on board. So I just want to get that mindset stuff out of the way because it's so easy for your brain to come up with some bullshit on why you don't need to do this. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to really miss out on being able to make more in your business than you've ever made in these final 2 months of the year. And I wanted to create an episode where it can't not happen on my watch. Like, you can't use it as an excuse now. I'm sharing with you how to do it for free. If you want to learn how to go deeper into it and you're in my ProjectME Posse business and money coaching membership, we are doing a special training, and it's probably going to be a multi-part training this Friday where I am literally walking everyone through how to do it. And we are doing focus groups and collaborating on offers, giving feedback on offers, adjusting messaging to make sure that they are set up to get that Christmas coin. Okay. And you want to start planning your promotions, no matter what holiday it is, in advance. So in my other business that I have, my digital marketing and branding firm that I've had now 17 years, it's an 8-figure business. It specializes in the consumer packaged goods space, pharmaceuticals, health, supplements. These mega brands, like these multi-billion-dollar brands, we started planning holiday sales, and I'm not joking you, starting at the end of September. Talk about a mind fuck and making you go, oh my God, it's already Christmas. It's like, we have to plan it. What are we doing? The brainstorming, laying out emails. Who are we going to target? What do the people want? What can we do to test these things? I'm not saying this to stress you out, going, oh, I've already missed the boat. It's already too late. If it was too late, I wouldn't be recording this episode. Okay. But you've got to get on it. So, crafting irresistible offers that drive conversions when we're specifically talking holiday season. So, I like giving you guys stats and facts. I like giving you receipts so that your brain can't tell you some bullshit like, oh, it's not possible. Oh, this just works for Tiffany or the people Tiffany coaches. It can't work for me. This is not true. Studies indicate that consumers are 70% more likely to purchase when there's a perceived value in holiday offers, things like free shipping, bundled discounts, special bonuses, buy one, get one. So compelling offers need to provide real value. And this doesn't mean you have to have a sale, meaning taking money off or a percentage off. You can. I just want you to know you don't have to. You can also bundle things. You can do a limited time deal. You can do a gift with purchase, which we see in the cosmetic world. Y'all love a gift with purchase. Okay. I love it when I'm buying, I have to buy like $50 or $75 of a favorite skincare line or makeup line I love. And as long as I hit that point and it's while supplies last, I get a really cool gift with purchase where you get like little mini lip liners and you get eyeshadows and you get a cute little bag. This absolutely makes me add more items to cart in order to get that thing. Plus, it feels fun because that brand has made a point that it's fun. It's made a point it's a big deal. It's telling you, you just spent $75 in these cosmetics, and therefore you're getting a gift that's valued at $150 while supplies last. And it's like, oh my God, the girl maths. Basically, not only is my purchase free, it's actually I'm getting paid to purchase it when you really look at it. And that's the kind of math that you want to do for your ideal client psychologically. So the trick is your ideal client is a version of you. What types of things make you buy? I'm going to give an example using myself. And this is the great psychoanalysis that you need to do on your own consumer habits. If it doesn't have free shipping, the likelihood of me buying it is 0 to none, unless it is like a rare, unique one-off item and I know it's hard to get and I don't have a choice, or it's a custom item, then I'll do it. But like, the shipping really isn't free. They've baked that into the price. What are other things that you'll do? What has gotten you to buy things? I can tell you when someone structures a program, a actual physical product, a service, and I'm getting an additional service, an additional call, an additional course, a workbook, I'm getting that for free, and it's only happening because this is a hot special holiday sale. It'll make me buy it now versus procrastinate on buying it or hold off on buying it until sometime in the future next year. So you have people in your audience right now that are fence sitters, as I call them. Here's the math. 3% of your current audience is ready to buy from you at any time. So 3 out of 100 people. This is why I also say you don't have to have some insanely large audience to make a lot of sales. Okay. Then you have people who are fence sitters. In my 17 years of experience and using the data that I've compiled, I would say there's another 3% of people who are right on the fence of buying from you, but they're telling themselves various lies and stories, such as, I'll do this in the new year. I'll wait until I'm thinner. I'll wait until I feel better about myself. I'll wait till I have more money. I'll wait until all this drama I'm having in my household dies down. I'll wait until the kids are this age. They're filled with so many excuses. But if you put an offer in front of them that would be stupid and even financially kind of irresponsible for them to refuse, they are going to come off the fence and buy now. Even if you can get 2% of the 3% of people on the fence to buy, now you have 5 out of every 100 people buying from you. And that's why it's so important, because these additional compelling offers, when you're using these bonuses, these deals, the free shipping, these are major purchase drivers of the people who have perceived barriers to entry, where they're delaying doing the thing, and it reduces those. So it's really not about that 3% who's ready to buy from you at any time. Those people are going to buy anyway, right? They're yes people anyway. It's you getting the fence sitters to buy that really will make this your most abundant season of your entire year. So here's another idea. And part of this episode is to give you different ideas and stimulate the creativity in your brain for what you can do. Okay. So take what you like and leave the rest. You might go, that doesn't really fit with me or my brand. I don't think my people will vibe that. Then don't do that. Okay. This can't be custom tailored exactly to you. You'd have to be working with me privately to do that. Create tiered discounts. So you could do 10% off $50, 20% off $100. You can bundle digital or physical products to encourage higher cart values, because then this increases your average order size while simultaneously giving your customers more perceived value. This isn't like a gimmick. This isn't a manipulation. They are getting more of a value by doing that. So you'll see what I have coming out for my Black Friday sale, which that drops on November 20th. You are not going to want to miss what I have coming out. I have new stuff coming out that you guys have been asking for years, and there's going to be a limited run on these things. So in order to get first dibs, you have to be inside my Secret Posse weekly digest list. This is where you get emails directly from me, where you're getting your weekly custom affirmations. You're getting a lot of personal stories. You are getting manifestation exercises and tips in real time. That's exclusive content that you're not going to get anywhere else. Plus, you get first dibs on anything that's coming out. So make sure you're on that list by going to projectmewithtiffany.com/secret posse. You can swipe up and it's right inside the show notes here. And if you are watching on Project Me TV on YouTube, hi, make sure you leave a comment below and that you're subscribed. And that link is right in the description. Plus, if I were you, I would be looking at my emails and studying them and going, Tiffany has such a extremely high open rate and conversion rate on her emails. Why? Why is that? What is she doing here? If you like my emails, why do you like these emails? Now, I'm not telling you to copy my emails. I will make sure that you get sued if you do that. And there have been people who have attempted that. And guess what? It doesn't work because people can tell when it's sincere and it's coming from you in your language or not. But you do want to take note of content that you consume and people who you do buy from, whether it's a personal brand, whether it's a coach, whether it's a giant product based business. Why do you buy from that brand? Why do you repeatedly buy? What draws you in? When was the last thing you've purchased? What was the last sale that you got excited for that made you buy more? And take notes for that to apply it to your own brand to drive conversions. You don't have to have some multi-million-dollar budget to do that. The power of personalization in holiday marketing. I can't stress this enough. Personalized marketing has been shown to increase engagement by 80% and conversion rates by 20%. For example, personalized emails lead to a 6 times increase in transaction rates. Hence my point about email. But it has to be sincere, it has to be personal to your people, and it has to be real, and it has to be felt, and you can't gatekeep it. Personalized offers and product recommendations can significantly increase the effectiveness of holiday promotion. So when customers feel the offers are specifically tailored to them at this exact time in their life, the current struggles they're facing, the core desires that they want, they are more likely to convert. So I want you to use the customer data that you already have from all of the posts you put out, from your videos, from your people who already are working with you, from your replies on your Instagram stories. I want you to personalize these offers based on the things that people are telling you that they want. Because when you really go after the emotions and the specifics of what they're wanting at this exact time of year, why wouldn't they buy? You need to make sure that the wrapping paper that you're putting on this gift, on your offer that you're putting in front of them is so irresistible. It is the best gift they've gotten all season. In fact, they can't believe how well you nailed it. They couldn't have done it better themselves. It feels like you created it exactly for them at the perfect time. Right now, what I'm teaching you on a light level, I can only go obviously so far in a podcast episode, are my famous emotional based sales techniques. And we are applying these to creating this holiday offer that converts. This is about feelings. Feelings equal trust. Feelings equal intimacy. Intimacy and trust equal sales. Leveraging your social media is imperative. So 54% of consumers research holiday purchases on social media. 45% make purchases directly from social platforms, making it crucial for holiday sales. So you want to be able to amplify and market your offers and bring credibility to your offers using social media. So I want you to come up with a fun campaign. You don't have to invest at whatever stage you're in. You don't have to do a $50,000 brand shoot like I just did. I'm at that point now where I know it's worth it. I know you guys so well. I have proof of concept. And the more I invest in being able to create eye catching, emotionally connecting, high visibility content and branding and wrapping paper, it is a direct correlation to a sales surge. So it's absolutely worth it for me. But I have another episode a few back where I literally spelled out step by step how to do your own brand shoot for social media, for a sales page, for products. So I've done a lot of stuff by myself, like my Make More Work Less money healing course, which by the way is $200 off right now, which is a perfect thing to do to prep yourself simultaneously for this season of abundance, to make sure you're set up to receive and you're primed and optimized to receive and welcome in and call in and energetically be set up to bring in all this money. Otherwise, you can do all this strategy, you can do an entire fun creative brand shoot, and it won't work. It'll be sabotaged if you have subconscious money wounds and icky trauma stuff around abundance in there. And there is a reason why thousands of people have taken this program, and you can see all the reviews for it right in my Instagram highlights under Money Course. And the link to this program is directly in the show notes and here in the description on YouTube, or you can go to projectmewithtiffany.com/make more, work less. And the $200 off is automatically applied at checkout for you, just to make everything easy. Optimizing the customer experience for the holiday rush. 58% of consumers are likely to abandon a purchase if the website is slow or complicated to navigate, especially during the holiday season when patience is thin. So, you guys who overcomplicate your offers or make it even one extra step for someone to be able to buy, you are losing so much money, you don't even realize it. I'm not saying you have to have this fancy pantsy, blow it out your ass website. We know that I certainly don't. And I am committed to upgrading my website. But we always make sure, like when you go to the Make More, Work Less course page where you have the information and you can go and buy, I'm sending you right to the link. There's the information, there's the testimonials, this is what you get, this is where you click, put your credit card in, boom, bang, done, simple and easy. But you start making people zig and zag in order to get the information, to get the link, to be able to buy. Now they have to remember a code. I want you to ask yourself, what is the quick and easy way for someone to get what they want to get? And what would feel quick and easy to you? And make sure you're testing your stuff. Is there a lag time? Now, when we have a surge, like when we launch something new, which I have, like I said, something coming out on November 20th, we definitely, because of the size of my audience, kind of do break the internet a little bit where it is slow at first, but that can also cause like a sense of urgency in of itself. So it's not always a bad thing, but you do want to make it easy for someone to pay you. And you want to make sure that you are giving them an access point for tech support, for customer support, and be answering those emails quickly. Because if someone does not get their tech question or help with purchasing, or they're about to purchase, but they have one quick question first, if you do not make that easy and pretty quick for them to get that, they're going to move on and buy something else, and you likely won't get them back. A seamless, user-friendly experience is crucial to capitalize on this holiday traffic. So just make sure you're being direct and you're keeping it simple. You start doing crazy shit like, I'm creating a bundle and there's these things in the bundle, but this thing isn't in here. Your messaging also needs to be clear. If it's not clear what they're getting and the value that they're getting and the deal you're getting, confused buyers don't buy. So I just want to make sure that you are double checking all of your stuff so that it feels easy and seamless. And a lot of times you have to remove yourself. You need to go to someone who, a stranger you don't know. I've gone up to people at cafes or in lines at a coffee shop, and I've pulled up a sales page and I was like, would you mind looking at this and tell me if this makes sense and this feels clear to you, or is it confusing? I have no shame in my game. Like, I will ask even my audience and ask their opinion. I'll ask it inside my ProjectME Posse business coaching membership. And you want to make sure you ask people who are your targeted client, or the best people to ask truly are teenagers, because they are naturally the most selfish creatures on earth and will and have like no frontal lobe development. and they will answer you in the most blunt and direct way. Let's talk about urgency. I have had this conversation quite a bit with private clients recently where they're like, I'm not getting as many applications, or I'm not getting the sales, I must be missing something in what you taught me. Let's look at your stuff. And I look at their marketing. I already know what's going to be missing, but I always look for confirmation. I said, just like I told you when I taught you this, you guys always leave out the two senses of urgency that are imperative, that need to be on every piece of content, every time you message your offer verbally, in writing, all of it. And here's the stat to back it up. Creating a sense of urgency can increase conversion rates by 332%. Did you hear me on that? Limited time offers, low stock notices, countdown timers, they all effectively encourage a purchase now. Number one, they need to be true and genuine. Okay. Otherwise, it's not going to feel good to you. And energetically, something's going to feel off to people. That's a tangible sense of urgency. We're giving this to the first 50 people. We only have a limited amount in stock. I can only take 4 private clients at a time. Da 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 da. Those are all. My cart closes in 5 days. The sale ends in 3 days. That's all tangible senses of urgency. That's the first thing that you have to have in all of your stuff. Okay. The second type of urgency is the one that literally 99% of you will black out and not do. It's so fascinating to me. And it's the emotional sense of urgency. It does require more bandwidth and brain power to come up with this messaging. And only you know your ideal clients best. So, what is the reason why your ideal client needs to buy this offer now, this special holiday bundle, this special holiday thing, the sale? Why now? What is at stake for them for not buying it? What is it going to cost them physically, mentally, emotionally, financially by not buying now, by waiting? If you don't have this in there, the sense of urgency just around timing and number of spots, you'll be able to capture some of those people based off that, but you are leaving so much money on the table by not including that emotional pain point, that emotional side. I've even done it when I'm talking to you about this exact episode. I'm like, it's okay. You're not too late. You could have started this earlier in creating holiday offers, but you need to get on it. You need to get on it now. Otherwise, you are going to be literally losing your most abundant opportunity, the biggest Santa Claus bag of your entire year, by not doing it. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to wait all the way until the next holiday season for you to be able to cash in this big? Or do you want to get off your ass, get yourself motivated, get into gear, do the damn thing? And I've taken the excuse away because you can't go, I don't know where to start, because I'm teaching you right here. And if you're in my ProjectME Posse business coaching membership, you get direct group coaching and you get help from me and all the other members in live trainings. So you can't use that excuse. Utilizing email marketing for last minute shoppers. We all do last minute shopping. We all end up getting in this trance. Most people. There's some people who are so anti-consumerism, they go into another world. Those aren't your ideal clients, okay? I'm always looking for a deal. I'm always looking for a way to better my life. I'm always looking for something of value. And if something crosses my path as I'm doing random holiday shopping for a friend, and maybe it's clothes or candles, but I'm in my inbox. People are in their inbox more than ever during the holiday season. They're getting email updates for reservations from restaurants, for their airline travel, for their favorite brands, for things that they want to buy, their favorite bloggers. So they're already in there. So your open rate on your emails, even though a ton more people are sending emails, you are putting yourself in a spot where the rest of your ideal clients already are. So here's a great stat for you. Last year, holiday theme emails saw a 60% higher open rate than average promotional emails, showing that customers are more receptive to holiday deals. Because what have we been trained? That people use Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, Hanukkah sales, New Year's sales. This is when people put out their best and biggest offers. Like if you're going to buy at any time of the year and you want the best deal from a brand, we've been taught over decades and decades and decades that it's during holiday time. Even our own families, we pick this up as kids where it's like, oh, well, let's wait until they put out the Christmas deals on TVs, and that's when we'll buy our new TV, right? So we have been taught this. This is ingrained. This is a natural psychological behavior. So you want to make sure that you are positioning yourself so that your people are going, oh my God, look at what Tiffany put out for the holidays. Like, this is insane. I have to get this. She's not going to just put this out like in March or even in July. Like, if I don't get this now, I would have to wait to get something at this level until next year if she ever does it again. And what I've taught you guys is that I likely don't offer something again. That's how I've built my business. Like my signature program, Selling with Soul, that is only launched once a year, period, end of story. And so you miss that and you don't do that, I don't know what to tell you. And this is what I do for my brand and my business. I'm not saying you have to have it that way. I'm just saying this is how I roll, is that part of my energetic sense of urgency is this isn't like, oh, when this comes around and she decides to do another sale, I'll get it. No, that's not how this rolls over here. I create new and unique offers when I do big sales because one, I want to create that excitement within myself because that only gets conveyed to you and makes you excited to buy it. If you, as the owner of your company or director of sales for your company or the founder of your company, if you are not so excited and emphatic around this sale, then why would you expect people would be excited and emphatic to buy it? So you've got to create marketing, you've got to create a lure, you've got to create a theme, you've got to create a deal that puts you in that energy. Okay. So here's what we're doing to create the stress-free inventory and fulfillment planning, because I know there are quite a few of you who have gotten into entrepreneurship and left the jobby job world or in transition because you want to be able to not be working your ass off during the holidays. You want to be able to spend more time traveling, more time with your family, more time watching Hallmark Christmas movies. Okay. And just because you are selling something during the holidays doesn't mean you have to fulfill that order during the holidays. Obviously, if you have a product-based business and you have a promise on when they're going to receive that item, yes. But even so, you can do pre-orders from things and put when it will be shipped out. I could pre-sell if I wanted to as a special holiday deal. I could pre-sell Selling with Soul as a holiday deal, even though that doesn't happen until the beginning of the year. I could pre-sell it at a special deal where you get this, that, and the other, and for a price you'll never be able to get any other time. But the program doesn't start until, I'm making up a date, so don't hold me to it. But the program doesn't start until February 12th or something like that. So now you're getting the money now, but you're not having to execute and do the program and put out the course and send the book or whatever it is until fall. This happens a lot in luxury goods. You will see the holiday purse selection, holiday shoes for Gucci, Louis Vuitton. You can buy it now so that you can claim it and secure it, but it's not getting delivered. Like deliveries don't start happening until, and they usually put the date like December 12th, but you're paying now to ensure you get it before it runs out because there's limited supply. The reason I'm making a point of saying this is I know that some of you don't want to have to sell service-based business, time for money things, or you have a group coaching program, or you have a retreat, or you want to do live master classes or trainings, or you have things that you want to sell to corporations. And it's like, oh, they're not going to want that fulfilled this year. And I'm not going to want to have to fulfill it at this time of year. Well, you don't have to. You're just selling it now. You can fulfill it later. Buy now, get later. Okay. And there's an incentive to buy it now because they're getting a bundle, they're getting a deal, they're getting something they can't normally get. And so I want you to think about it that way. I know a lot of light bulbs just went absolutely crazy in your brains right now. Like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. I can absolutely do that. Right there, you could, people pre-sell even their book. People pre-sell a course and they haven't even started their damn course. But the fact that people are buying the course now and they know they're going to get the course even in March, they're getting it at such a deal. It also forces you to have to create the course. And so you can't procrastinate because now you've promised it and people have bought it. And you certainly aren't going to want to look a fool and have to refund the money. So then that's a way to force yourself into completing something. Fun fact. And yes, I've done this many times and it absolutely works. Okay. Post holiday follow up. It costs 5 to 7 times more to acquire a new customer than to retain an existing one. And when I say cost, I don't just mean in money, I also mean in time and energy. Remember, it takes 9 to 12 touch points for most people to see and hear about an offer of yours, even if it's an exceptional deal, even if you're messaging on point, even if that wrapping paper is remarkable. They're distracted when they're looking at your stuff. They're multitasking. Maybe they're in a bad mood. Maybe they got a sudden unexpected bill that day. So they're in their own sense of scarcity. So then you need to hit them at different times. Maybe they're PMSing, whatever. And you hit them at the right time, then they're going to buy. And that takes a lot of effort to create content, to put out an offer, to be constantly speaking about it, putting out emails. So you want to make sure that you have a great retention strategy for after you put out a holiday sale. And I don't want to go too deep in this because I really want to make sure that you're putting out your holiday offer first. Okay. And you can worry about this later. I just kind of want it tickling in the back of your brain that you want to make sure that after the holiday rush, after all the buying, after all the things, that you don't disappear. And I know that you've experienced this, especially when it comes in the coaching space and in the service business space online, where when a particular persona, a particular brand has a sale, all of a sudden they're posting all the time. They're engaging. You're getting emails from them. They're showing up in their Instagram stories. They're showing up all over TikTok when they have something to sell. And then as soon as the sales period is over, they're like MIA. And it really doesn't feel good. They only really show up with the goods when they have something that they want to sell. And they might not even be aware that they're doing this. A lot of times people get burnt out and they disappear and they need a reprieve. And I'm someone as a projector in human design where I can shout my offers from the rooftops, but then I need a period of rest and reprieve to restore myself. But I make sure that we have a nurturing period set up after any major launch or sale so that we're heavily nurturing my audience, thank yous, giving value, giving them a little extra zhuzh, a little extra love, because that feels really good to people. Like, wow, on top of this sale, on top of having this experience, we're also being so supported. It's not a, I just sold to you and now I'm ghosting you vibe. So think of, a thank you type emails in a fun way. Think of a little fun bonus you can kind of hold back from one of your holiday sales that you send out after that holiday period is over. And it's like an extra thank you gift, and how good that would really feel, from being a part of the brand and a part of the community. And you'll be able to see how I do that this holiday season as well. And I was really delighting in that too. I was like, what would feel really good, for people to receive? They've already bought, they're in the hectic part of the holidays. Now that part is over. What would make them go, wow, that's really cool? Like, I feel really appreciated. Like, what an abundant brand. And that only creates more loyalty and trust with your ideal clients by doing that kind of goodwill. So, got to talk about mental wellness because you guys are my fellow crazies. 67% of small business owners report experiencing stress or burnout during the holiday season. We are taking in a lot. We have a lot coming in from family. We have a lot we're being marketed to. We have things like, even this episode might feel activating to you. Like, I know I've got to get on it. I've got to do this, blah, blah, blah. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. And maybe you're in a product-based business and maybe this is your peak season of year and you're like, God, I've got to put out so much content. I've got to make sure I have fulfillment of the orders. Like, I can't fuck around. And all I really want to do is be eating, popcorn and way too much sugar and staring at a wall. I need you more than ever to put boundaries around your energy and time. You're going to need to be really mindful of how much stuff that you're taking in. Because if you have a business, which my guess is most of you do who listen to me, your output during a launch season, whether it's during the holidays or not, is a much higher output. So then, therefore, you need to make sure your cup is being filled coming back. What can you do to set it up ahead of time? Not waiting till you're dehydrated to drink water, but keeping yourself hydrated. So something that I'm doing is I'm making sure that I have one type of luxuriating service a week, a massage, going to a float tank, getting a facial, getting my head scrubbed, doing one type of a thing a week where I'm being poured into and I'm the customer and it's not Tiffany doing output. The other thing I'm doing is I'm getting into spicy novel reading. And I still welcome all of your recommendations. Okay. And nothing is too spicy for me. And reading something that completely takes me out of the business world, takes my mind somewhere else. I have some really fun hobbies that I love that are seasonal this time of year. I'm an avid Lego collector. Fun fact about me, I have every Christmas Lego set ever made. And I'm on the VIP, Lego club. And I already received those sets. So I listen to fun Christmas music. I listen to podcasts that I love, which there aren't really that many. And I can listen to books. I can have complete silence while I'm building Legos and completely taking my mind out of tasking and focused on something else. Maybe you delight in decorating or you delight in baking or doing something else, but you've got to deliberately set it up this way because your output has to be so much higher. Because if people don't know you exist and your holiday sale exists, well, then you're certainly not going to get sales. And you have to have enough touch points for these people to make the purchase. So you've got to put out more content that's high quality, that's captivating, that's interesting in your best energy. And therefore, you're going to have to pour into yourself in order to be able to sustain that. I mean, this holiday rush, it can be overwhelming, but it's essential to to set these boundaries, create a stress-free workflow, talk to your team. You can take on a temporary VA or temporary help. This is what happens at major stores. I used to do this when I was in high school. I worked at Starbucks, but I would also take positions, and they were just holiday sales positions at Nordstrom's, holiday sales positions at Macy's, and different stores just hired holiday workers to help with that extra rush. So maybe you need to hire someone or get someone in your family you're going to pay, or get creative to have it set up so you have extra help during the season. And it makes sense money wise because you're going to be making so much more money. You'll be able to afford to pay them. Okay. And then I want you to plan designated time off. I would rather you start batching content now. And I'm not someone who's like, batch a month of content in one day. That shit ends up stale, ends up being terrible. I've fallen prey to it where I've batched too much and then I kind of just started going, oh, it's good enough. Like it's pretty good. And I wasn't as discerning because I got kind of fried on it. And then the stuff never does well. But you're having a zesty day, as I call it. Yeah, I want you recording 5 videos. You are going about your day or you are at a store buying holiday stuff, start getting little video clips and clips of content and stuff that you can shoot, like you can use later in your stories. Just because it's not happening in real time doesn't make it out of integrity. It really did happen. So I want you to start batching your launch content. I want you to start brainstorming. I want you to start getting the props. I want you to start getting ahead of it. You can start pulling and writing emails now. That would be much better than you waiting and having to create like 15 different emails in one setting. Now, I'm saying this as someone who is well aware that I procrastinate, and sometimes you end up in that space. But I promise you, even if you wrote like 3 emails, it feels so good to know that you're even 3 ahead. That it makes it worth it. That helps me actually not procrastinate, knowing how good it feels that I'm ahead of it. So you are going to have the most abundant season of your life because you're going to follow this. And here's the mindset for you. You're getting a micro slice of the $1 trillion pie, period, end of story. You're putting your offer out there. You're delighted and excited to share it. You're a perfect energetic match for the people who are meant to work for you. And if it excites you, you're going to trust that it excites them and that they're going to buy and that this is going to be your most abundant season of your life. And now you know how. Now you have the steps. This is my gift to you. All I ask in exchange is that you help us reach our goal of getting 2,000 Apple Podcast written reviews by the end of the year. Just take 30 seconds and write a written review on Apple Podcasts. If you don't know how to do it, you can Google it and the steps come up really quickly. Leave your name or Instagram or TikTok handle in the review if you want me to shout you out. If not, it's okay. I won't shout you out if you're just doing the review because you just want us to know how much you appreciate this special show. If you're a diehard Spotify listener, you can tap the 5 stars, take a screenshot, share the show with friends, family, share it in your social media, and tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. If you're on YouTube at ProjectME TV, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. You can share this as well. And share this with friends, share this with family. You can share this in your social media and shout us out. And that is all I'm asking in return for giving you really this crash course in making a crap ton of money this holiday season. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you.